doesn't believe an imaginary sky god. You call
Well,
him an
how do the
adult.
presents get under the tree?
Ah,
You beat
I
me
know.
to it. I was like, which one of us, Richard or I am going to go into what?
Nah.
What? Who eats the cookies? I don't. Oh
Did I
no!
did I
Oh,
ever tell you all the
I need
story
to
about
call my parents right now.
did I ever tell you all the story
Wait,
about
what?
Abby wanting to know about this truth about Santa Claus? She
No.
comes to me because I am the parent that is very truthful with her. I'm like, I'll tell you anything that I think at your age you can handle, and we'll be blunt about it. And so she comes and goes, I need to know something, and I knew what it was, and I said, what is it?
You said you started thinking when a man loves a woman. No.
But she's like, I need to ask you, what is it? And I won't say her cousin's name on here, but she's like,
Uh-huh.
this cousin said this. Is there a Santa Claus? And I went, yes. And she looked, and I said, there is. And she went, you're going to tell me it's you. And I mean, she was just like, wham. And I said, well, you know what? That's the truth. I don't want to know this. I don't want to know. I said, okay, what's my rule?
Wow.
I said, my
Wow.
rule
The
is
Morty's mind bender.
I will tell you the truth to the point you can't take it. And I said, when she shut it down, it was over. Well, then Christmas came, and she was glaring at me one night. And she's like, I do not want to know that you're the one putting them under the tree. And I'm like, hey, but to what Richard said, you create this, you're actually it may have been Sean that was saying that you're
Yeah.
Santa Claus because
You
you pass
become
on
Santa
the
Claus.
joy. And I told her, I said, it's a bit of a game. There is no harm in it. We're creating a magical, and I said, was it magical? Yeah. And I also have the only child in the whole world who's never woke up in the middle of the night to go, Santa Claus has been here. That kid sleeps through everything.
Slept through.
And you can go the next morning and say, Santa Claus has been here. And she's like, great, see it in a little while. I'm going back to sleep. But it's still,
Well,
when
real
that
quick,
illusion was destroyed, it hurt her.
I just want to throw this in here real quick. And let me get back to Santa. We were talking about, being Christian and, preaching and stuff like that. The perfect example of what to do as a Christian, I believe, is Mr. Rogers. He was a minister in his church.
Mhm.
He went on TV daily, and he did not preach to children. He taught how to be a Christian by his actions,
I agree.
by being nice to people, by washing his feet with an African American man for the first time on television, showing that they're just the same as you. And at no point did he say, all right, kids, and then on Sunday morning, you need to go to church and you need to start praying. No, he proved he was a Christian by his actions with never having to go out and proselytize.
I think any really good community, whether it's a community of faith, whether it's a community of a store like Zeus, my community there, or a community at the CrossFit gym or things like that. That's how you grow your community, is being kind and leading by example and
Not being aggressive. Yeah.
Right. That's I couldn't go to a CrossFit gym that was, and they're not quite the same things.
Yeah,
But
I know what you're
when
saying.
I think about building
But the
community,
gym is your
yeah.
church, Richard.
When you made it kind of, but when you build the community, that you build a community based upon, example and good faith and excitement and these kinds of things. And the minute it becomes a expectation or a chore or demanding, it is no longer a viable community.
Yeah, when you're open armed and accepting people, that makes people want to come to you. When your club is, this is the people who aren't allowed in, that's when it becomes antagonistic and confrontational. Yeah. Because if you don't do this, you can't be in my club. Well, fuck you. I don't want to be in your club.
But I think that those organizations, and I'm not just going to say religions, but when they're based upon the fear, when it's you have to be here, or you're not going to heaven, or you have to do this or that, or we're doing this because we don't believe in them. The truth is, you're masking some pain and fear about yourself. You don't want to confront it. You don't want to be honest about it. And I think that's where it becomes problematic for these people, is that they can't step into a system where we can all be kind and we can look, and if my daughter's wearing a mask, not say anything to her. So I hate to give the marching orders to everybody listening, but I do hope that, maybe this is your church. Maybe coming and listening to us about ape movies is the place where you find some truth in life. And if that's the case,
welcome.
Everybody's welcome. Just everybody be nice to each other. That's all we ask, right?
Yeah, that's all we care about. Well, I mean, if you're going to be mean, at least be mean funny.
Yeah.
Did we even talk about the fact that we're probably going to actually get together in 2 weeks and
Oh no, yeah. So
talk
since
apes?
we've all been vaccinated, I was vaccinated fully back in February. Strangely enough, somehow I got in earlier.
I think I was March, but I got the J&J shot, so I only had
I was
it
Pfizer.
2 weeks.
And Richard and your husband,
Mhm.
that's why we were at a bar on Friday night, because your husband was celebrating his
hit his
2
2
weeks
weeks.
out.
So
yeah,
what we
so I
talked
think-
about
So
is that did
the
we
audio
finish?
quality on my side might change soon.
Well, did we finish Conquest through this?
I think well, I mean,
I think we did.
crap. I mean, it was a year, more
It
than a
has
year
to
ago.
have been.
Yeah.
So-
We had to have started it.
So for the better part of the year, we've not, I've not seen you guys,
No.
and we've done the best we can through Zoom. We make the jokes during the thing while it goes on that mistakes are made and Zoom calls end and we have to hurry. So what we've talked about is now that everybody, not only the three of us, but our families are vaccinated, we're safe. What we're going to try, we will not record this next weekend, but we're excited to say that by the time you're hearing this, what you're going to hear probably, within the next set of episodes is going to be the three of us sitting in a room together for the first time in over a year.
There'll be no more, well, I mean, no more than normal, but no more awkward pauses while somebody talks over somebody else and then apologizes to somebody else and then waits for that person.
No more
to start
Zoom
up
Zoom warnings in the middle of the.
Well,
no more my headset is not doing audio. No more me muting it and not unmuting it, so I'm not talking over the intro.
We'll be able to talk as long as we want. You guys are going to listen to it.
Well, then this also means
shove it in your goddamn ears.
I need to come up with
apes.
I need to come up with a way.
50 minutes of apes.
I have to get headphones for each of you, and that just sucks. Now I got to figure that part out too. But you know what? I'll take that. We'll all have headphones. We'll be in the same room, and that's I may in between each episode give both of you hugs and then take a shot of vodka right after, and we just may end up slopping around on the floor afterwards, just drunk.
We'll lick doorknobs and do all sorts of weird stuff.
What?
Because we can touch things now. We don't have to wash things down so much. I mean, not that we should be washing things down, but CDC saying it's not transferred by contact surfaces, so everything you touch doesn't have to be bleached afterwards.
Yeah, I mean that's been something that's been known for a little while now, that the surface to transmission rate is practically nothing. I mean it's. But it is a habit that's kind of taken over the CrossFit gyms and a lot of the gyms where members are now continue just to wipe down their equipment where they half did before, that? Which is, I know it's great. People now wipe down their bars and their benches and their dumbbells. And I'm like, yes, let's keep doing that just because it's clean. We need to keep that cleanliness up at the various places we go, So.
Like in the future, I don't think I'm going to be handshaking a whole lot of people anymore, just to be safe.
No, it's a lot of that this has killed a lot of interaction that we wouldn't normally do.
Yeah, unnecessary social interaction. There's a YouTube channel, I think it's called Zebra Corner, that I watch, where this guy who acts like he's mocked from Boston, that he puts himself in JD Power commercials, talking about trucks that suck and stuff. He's always giving them shit and stuff. And in every video, anytime somebody in the commercial, they're reaching out to shake hands. He's like, no, Mark doesn't talk hands. Mark never touches hands. So when the pandemic happened, he's like, yeah, see, look, I've been saying this from the beginning. So he cut back to every thing he'd done before the pandemic. No, I don't shake hands. No, Mark doesn't touch hands. So see, this walks out because this is Mark and I don't touch hands.
And then Sean's going to lick doorknobs. So
there we go. Well, it's time now. The CDC says doorknobs are lickable.
Well, no one knows this, but one of Sean's greatest fetishes is licking doorknobs. So don't welcome into your house if you don't want a spinny doorknob.
Oh my God, Sean's a knob licker.
Well, I was going to say, my favorite Harry Potter character is I lick him all the time.
Oh my goodness.
With that, but we are not going to top knob liquor, so let's call it a day on In Between. We'll be back next week. More episodes. Actually, we'll be back, and we will celebrate when we are recording in the same room together. So everyone have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.